So I'm going to start this video off with a very inspirational quote. A Dark Souls saved is a Dark Souls earned. And that was said by the very famous, the very respected 6th President of the United States, Mr. Benjamin Button. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Have you, the intelligent, the competent gamer, ever sat down to play a game for a few hours before realizing, this game is Dark Souls? In that moment, or maybe even the next moment, you probably thought to yourself, wow, what a crazy thing to say. I wonder if I'm right. Well, oh, you little chili dog. You were right. Because the reality is that every game is Dark Souls. There are no exceptions. Before you start laughing at me or calling me an idiot, let's just mosey on over and take a look at some examples. This is gonna blow your mind. We'll start off easy to sort of warm you up to this idea. Warm you up like butter. This game is called Bloodborne, and of course, since you are the intelligent, the competent gamer, you can probably see a lot of similarities between this and Dark Souls already. The combat, the environment, the enemies. Yeah, okay, this game's actually a lot like Dark Souls. Lanterns in this game work just like bonfires. If you die, you lose all your blood echoes, or souls, and you have to go pick them up before you die again, or else you'll lose them forever. And nobody wants that! Bloodborne is made by a lot of the same people as Dark Souls, so I really don't think we have to stay with this example for too long. The similarities are pretty obvious. Our next game is critically acclaimed, with massive praise, just like Dark Souls, although this is not what makes these games similar. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has a fighting system that works.
Just like Dark Souls.
Z-targeting works a lot like the targeting in Dark Souls. You lock onto one enemy, and you can dodge, block, and swing your sword at this enemy. Combat is fast and engaging, and it can also be really challenging. Weapons include swords, spears, axes, hammers, along with bows and different types of arrows that you can use in every combat situation. Enemies are monsters that can't be spoken to or reasoned with, just like Dark Souls. The land is magical, beautiful, yet very eerie. There's a lot to see and a lot to do, and you are the main character that is going to send away this evil, or something like that, I don't know. And you can customize your outfits based on style or combat effectiveness, just like Dark Souls. Next game! Moving on, we have The Evil Within 2. But what, you might ask? I know. Hear me out. The Evil Within 2 may be a third-person shooter that takes place in modern time and deals with guns. But don't let that fool you, because every game is Dark Souls. No exceptions. The Evil Within follows a main character that has to fight these evil creatures. It has challenging gameplay and one very special thing. Boss fights. The Evil Within allows players to tackle boss fights however they want. Either find a strategy to defeat this boss, or just bull rush your way through and deal as much damage as you possibly can with the crap you got, just like Dark Souls. In The Evil Within, players manage many different resources. They have ammo, supplies, and health, and these different resources are very important to the game. Play smart and play strategically, and you probably won't have to use them that much. But be rash and foolish, and you'll be hurting. There are checkpoints, or safe houses, that have these coffee pots that the moment you use them, you instantly refill your health. You also teleport to a different place when you're at these safe houses in order to upgrade your character and your weapons, just like Dark Souls. And oftentimes, you'll even have other NPCs in the safe house with you. It's all just like Dark Souls. Transition! Fallout 4 is an odd game. It's a mixture of bland RPG elements and some decent shooting mechanics. In a lot of ways, it's nothing like Dark Souls, but every game is Dark Souls. Turn on survival mode, and you've got some craziness coming your way. Players can no longer save whenever they want. Players can only save whenever they reach a bed and rest. These act like the bonfires in Dark Souls. In Fallout 4 Survival, when you die, you lose all the progress since the recent bed. Now, you don't drop souls that you can go collect, but essentially, the idea of losing progress here is kind of the same. Just kind of, alright? But Fallout 4 Survival also adds a lot of new challenge as well. Enemies can kill you in just a couple of hits, and you can also maybe kill them in just a couple of hits. Resource management has become more important than ever before in this game. Bam. Now it's hard. Just like Dark Souls. I could seriously keep going about how every game ever is just like Dark Souls, but we don't have that kind of time. So here's the last one. Super Mario Odyssey. Pizza. But Dylan, what makes this game like Dark Souls, you might ask? Well, let me tell you. What did I write? Dragons. Huh. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to see another video, haha, you can click up here, cause there's another video. You can click it. And if you want to see more content from me on a regular basis, whapa! There's the subscribe button. Now go play any game you want to play. They're all Dark Souls anyway.